This is Matrix Lord 212, and I remember when Doctor Who had this whole campaign with Jodie Whittaker where they had on BBC America, they focused on female doctors. What an amazing time. We have female doctors. We have this. They made it sound like women just got approved to vote. Like women just got rights. Like there's never been female doctors before. There's never been this whole movement with the female movement, like all this stuff. There have been female doctors for a long time. There have been TV shows about female doctors, like Grey's Anatomy. I mean, talking actual doctors. There have been ER. There's tons of female doctors in the world. So like do a piece about that is like insulting to female doctors and older female doctors. Like this whole, like they took this new generation and these young people and they made it like it's all about them, and like women now, women have been around forever. Okay, come on. It's freaking ridiculous, like what they did with Doctor Who with Jodie Whittaker and everything. When Jodie Whittaker went to Comic-Con, it was cool, yeah, seeing her go down the runway and everything was cool that she was representing the show. But instead of promoting mostly Doctor Who, she was promoting the female gender switch of like movies like James Bond and everything else. And you totally lost the point. And at the time, no female really wanted to go up against that until way after, like when Eva Green didn't care and she's like, no, James Bond shouldn't be a female, you know. And we're seeing that now. Now females are coming out and they're like criticizing that whole thing with Doctor Who and the female doctor and all that stuff. You could have a female doctor, but you can't like be all about like being closed-minded. You're tripping over pushing your agenda and you try to lie about it. Like, I remember when I think Alex Kingston was at a convention and they told her, and what she told the fans was basically what they wanted to hear, because afterwards she said she didn't think it was going to work, but she was optimistic. Now, that's the whole point. We've seen TV shows where The Flash, they made a comment, oh, now that the Doctor's female, I'll actually watch it, will actually be good. So you basically crapped on 54 years of Doctor Who. You had the BBC take a dump on classic and new Who, making it like it sucked compared to like what's going on now. I mean, the BBC, who have had Doctor Who, their creation for over 54 years, it's like to crap on 54 years of history to promote the female agenda and the female doctor was appalling. It was like scary to see that. Bashing Capaldi, bashing Doctor Who, bashing Classic Who, bashing Doctor Who, New Who. Chib Who was the reign now. And it was nuts. Nuts. My God. I remember like some people just like went crazy when it happened, and they were all turning it into an agenda. It was no longer about Doctor Who. It was about females. We're taking this. We're gonna take over these roles and everything. And they would like, even with Doctor Who, they just went behind this female logo. They went behind like all these things that they've done. It's just like, come on, what are you doing? There was even stuff that they put in there making it like the Doctor was female before. Totally retconning history, totally changing history. They were doing it since Capaldi, before Capaldi. It's like, why are you doing that? Why are you driving the fans nuts? Why are you so adamant to just do this thing? She could be a female, sure, but why are you trying to ruin history? Why are you trying to make it that she was a woman before? Why are you trying to make it that she had sisters, she had this, she had that? Like, why are you going this far, Chibs? It was like, oh my God. Sickening. And that's part of the problem. Is this going to continue? Because I gotta tell you, it wasn't working before. Doctor Who's for everybody. Doctor Who is not promoting one gender or just diversity and not like, just other people. Like, if you have an actor or actress that are great for the role, you hire them. You don't discriminate against them because they're white or they're not part of your schematic. So this is the problem that's going on. Then we had the people that hated it so much that they lied. They hated the fact that they don't like what's going on with Doctor Who. So whenever an actress or actor would say something like, oh, I'm old-fashioned, like Fraser Hines basically said, I'm old-fashioned. I like bug-eyed monsters. I don't like... They changed it. And I've talked about this before on the cast, on the Rehovians cast, and the Everything Show. They changed it, and, like, they've made it that, they changed his wording around. They changed things around to make it like he named Chibnall. They named PC Culture. And I've talked about this before. Anybody just did podcasts about this recently. I've talked about this on my podcasts. That people freaking lie when it comes to the news. They just change shit. And I even said, I doubt strongly that Fraser Hines would ever say those exact words, because he's got a job with Big Finish. He's still doing Doctor Who. It's like Big Finish Doctor Who. And like, he would never bash his own show that he's on, that he's been on. I mean, that's insane. So we have the people that hate the whole situation so much where they'll lie. We have the people that, hate it they hate it, but they're not going to lie. But it's just, then we have people that just don't like certain things. Like, I love some episodes, I don't like some episodes. But then, there's other people that will just, you have Facebook pages, again, that just, you can't say anything, like, bad. I remember, and it was hysterical. I said one joke about stealing a pizza, and it became the biggest effing thing there is. And it got so ridiculous, and I'm glad that got diffused, but you can't say anything. It's like, you're the villain. So I hope now the time has passed. You would think that Doctor Who is going to get better. You would think that this stuff will go away. But now we got more security than ever. We can't see anything. So again, you're not promoting Doctor Who. And hardly people are talking about it now. Less and less people, because if they can't show pictures, if they can't show images, if they don't get news, why bother? Now, I would love to do Rehovians Cast every day. I would love to do it every freaking week. It hasn't been, because we haven't had much to talk about from the scraps. And I'm not going to really sometimes do cast if it's not even really worth talking about stuff, because I want it to be worth your while. So today I just decided, it was on my mind, Doctor Who, and I decided to do single videos like I used to on this channel. And people did like that. And I used to talk about Doctor Who in tons of single videos. Tons. My God, I used to do 5, 10 a day sometimes about Doctor Who. It was insane. That's how my channel built up, is from Doctor Who. Of course, now it can't survive just talking about Doctor Who, because Doctor Who is dropping. And other things need to be talked about on my channel, like Avengers Endgame, like, Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. All these different genres, Game of Thrones. You can't just talk about Doctor Who for YouTube channel, or else your channel will just die. So hopefully things get better. Like I said, recently went to a comic book store. They want to get rid of the Doctor Who so much. It's like, yeah, $5 for like 25 different magazines. It's like, wow. That stuff was like $13 each or $14 each. We were always behind in America, like 1 month, which was not fair to begin with. So if you really have a Doctor Who true fan, like, to make them wait a month is not cool, because you're going to go on the internet to look at the new stuff anyway. So why would you make them wait a month? So that's still in the Stone Age. Like, we're in 2019, that we should get the magazine like maybe a couple days later than they do in the UK. But no, it's a month behind, which fix that, or else nobody's going to get it in the USA anymore, because we're getting it late. Who the hell? This is not like in the 80s when you had to wait for the magazine to come out. People go right online, they'll get the new copy. So a lot of stuff is going wrong with the Doctor Who brand. Things need to be fixed. Will they be fixed? Probably not. And then you got to ask, how much more damage could be done before we actually see it get canceled? And yes, I don't know. I know people don't like to talk about cancellation, but I went through this already. And you know what? It's coming close. Where, if you keep this up, Doctor Who will not be recommissioned past 2023. It will not be renewed, and it will go to sleep probably for 10 years or more. All right, guys. Take it. Bye for now.